Hey man, come closer. Come here, come here. You wanna make pastries? You wanna make cakes? Donuts? Cupcakes? Eclairs? Croissants? You do, don't you? You do. And I bet you want a pastry cream to go with those. Wouldn't that be nice? Do you know how many calories are in that pastry cream? You do, huh? And you'd like an anabolic version of it. Well, you came to the right place, man. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alex. Welcome to my lowest calorie kitchen. I make anabolic recipes on this channel, low in calories and high in protein, so you can stay on track with your weight loss goals. In today's video, we're gonna be making the most famous of all of the cream fillings, pie fillings, pastry fillings out there, and that is the pastry cream, or as the French would call it, crème pâtisserie. Roll the intro. Well, what is pastry cream, man? Well, it's just a vanilla flavored custard cream that is highly used in restaurants and pastry shops to fill out all of those wonderful pastries, eclairs, donuts, cupcakes, and even in between cake layers to make wonderful cakes taste amazing. But there are a lot of calories in that cream, man, because it's made with a lot of sugar and a lot of fat. It uses egg yolks and it uses high fat butter. We're gonna be making an anabolic version of it. We wanna satisfy that crazy sweet tooth we have, because lots of us have it. So let's start with the needed ingredients. Okay, what we're gonna need for this recipe is a vanilla whey protein powder, some skimmed milk, a vanilla flavored pudding, any pudding mix will do, some low calorie sweetener, 0 calorie is preferred. I use a stevia based, which I grind up into a powdered sugar form. If you can find powdered sugar, it will work better, but it's not a must. You can substitute this for any sweetener you want. It doesn't matter for this recipe. We'll need some egg whites, butter extract, some vanilla extract. We'll need a kitchen scale to weigh everything out. We'll need a saucepan because we're gonna be cooking this. We'll need a whisk to whisk everything up. And look at the design on this one. You know the standard whisk where everything gets caught in between the wires and it's a nightmare to clean. But get yourself one of these whisks and problem solved. And I've also included a shaker cup because it's easier to mix everything up when using protein powder. We're just gonna be putting all of these into the shaker and then moving them to our saucepan. Let's begin. We'll begin with the dry ingredients first. We're going to be adding them directly into our shaker cup, and we'll be adding 30 grams of vanilla flavored protein powder, 20 grams of sweetener. This is a stevia based sweetener. 20 grams for this quantity will only make it mildly sweet. If you want it sweeter, add more. If you want it less sweet, add less. Then we'll add 20 grams vanilla flavored pudding mix, 200 milliliters of skimmed milk, 5 grams of vanilla extract, and 1 gram of butter extract. And last but not least, 100 grams of liquid egg whites. This is the simplest method to mix everything together. You don't need a whisk, you don't need a bowl. You just shake. Make sure you shake this well so everything is incorporated. Then you just transfer everything to our saucepan. Everything is smooth, there are no clumps. Everything is incorporated. Now we just need to heat it up. Let's move over to the stove. Okay, so the process is simple. We just need to heat this up on medium heat. My stove goes from 1 to 10, so I'll be selecting a level 6. And we need to constantly mix this up so it doesn't stick to the bottom. You don't have to go too crazy with whisking. You can whisk it gently at first But we need to pick up the speed once it picks up some heat and it starts to come together. Any minute now, any minute. And there we go. It's beginning to harden up. And once it starts leaving the sides, that's the consistency we want. A really creamy one. We can turn off the heat. We should stir it a bit further because the pan is still hot and it can still burn our cream. It's still hot, but spatula leaking time. And we need to let this cool off for a bit, and then we'll move it to the fridge and keep it in there to set for about 2 hours. But there is a big but here. You cannot let it cool as is because it will form a hard film on top. What we need to do is get some plastic wrap and get out all of the air bubbles, and that's how we let it cool, in order to prevent that hardened up film on top. So we'll just leave it here for about half an hour until it's cooled down, and then we'll be moving it into the fridge for 2 hours, and only then can we use it in our recipes or eat it as is. Okay, we are back. The 2 hours have passed. This has cooled off. I have piped it into this bowl. This is how it looks like. And it's time for my favorite part of the video, the taste test. So what are we looking at? As you can see, the consistency is proper. We can pipe it, it retains its shape. The color is what you expect from pastry cream. Let's see what we're looking at macro-wise. 253 calories, 42 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, and 13.5 grams of carbs. Now, when creating an anabolic recipe, you always need to compare it to the real deal. Otherwise, you can be sure the taste is spot on. So as you can expect, I have also made the real version of the crème pâtisserie, the real deal pastry cream, made with full fat, sugars, and egg yolks. This is the quantity you get for the same amount of calories. That much. Same calories. These two both have 253 calories. This has 42 grams of protein, this has 3 grams of protein. You can either have the anabolic version or the real version. As far as volume is concerned, it's definitely a win. Taste test time. Let's see how the anabolic version compares to the real deal. I'll begin with the real one as usual. We all know that taste. It is the standard pastry cream. It's good, it's awesome. This reminds me so much of eclairs. This is the exact pastry cream used in all of the pastry shops around here, all of the restaurants. This taste directly strikes me as eclairs. Let's see the anabolic version. How does this compare? It's not as creamy, it still maintains its shape, but it's not so creamy as the real one because of the lower fat content. But let's see. Guys, this is crazy. I need to be as objective as I can in this comparison. So, if you make an analysis of both tastes and the consistency of both, I can say that's a 10 on 10, and this is at least a 9 on 10, at least. If this wasn't into play here, if this wasn't a direct comparison between the real deal and the anabolic, this would be a 10 on 10 by its own. This is awesome. You guys, this is the start of an anabolic pastry revolution here. We're gonna be making cakes, pastries, croissants, donuts, cupcakes, using this pastry cream. You can use it as a filling for pastries, in between cake layers, as topping, as frosting. Possibilities are endless. This cream opens the gate for a whole bunch of new anabolic recipes. Welcome to the world of pastries, anabolic style. If you like this type of content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any future recipe videos which will be featuring this anabolic pastry cream. So leave me a comment in the comment section below. Try this out. Let me know what you think of this cream, because man oh man, there will be some awesome pastries on this channel featuring this cream. I'll be eating this whole thing because it's awesome. Blooping up 2 videos here. Make sure you watch both of these, and until next time, always remember, you can do it. Everyone can. No exceptions.